YouTube, what is going on, Kai Sotto family? In today's video, we're going to be talking about could Kai Sotto be replacing Bobo at the center position because Bobo yesterday did get waived by the Orlando Magic, and they could be doing this to be opening up a roster spot. For all I know, this could be speculation just because Kai Sotto uh, is in the summer league for the Orlando Magic doesn't mean he's going to be making the NBA roster. Whether he makes it or he does play in preseason games for the Orlando Magic doesn't mean he's going to be making it to the NBA, right? But the whole point of the summer league is to prove that you're good enough to showcase your talent because there's 30 teams in the NBA, and one of those 30 teams are going to be interested in Kai Sotto. They're going to want to sign him to a 10-day contract or a two-way contract. To be honest, guys, I would actually use a second-round pick in Kai Sotto. I just feel like he has all the tangibles to be a very good backup center in today's modern-day NBA because if you look at the centers in today's modern-day NBA, it's shooting, floor spacing, a stretch big. You got guys like Brook Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Naz Reid. The list continues on. I could just go on and on. But Kai Sotto, 7'2", has a ridiculous wingspan. And I feel like a lot of casuals would just go up on ESPN, look at his stats, or just choose to look at one of his highlights and see that he's not a good player, which is wrong because he didn't get too much run over there in the National Basketball League, the NBA over in Australia when he played for the Adelaide 36ers. He only played around 12.5 minutes per game over there. And the coach just didn't really have much faith in him, wasn't confident in him. And if he's getting a lot of DNPs, didn't really get too much minutes, it's going to affect his confidence, it's going to affect his rhythm. He needs to take more threes because he's too reluctant to take threes, and it has to do with his confidence because his three-point percentage isn't the greatest. I'm not sure what it is, but if he can just go up to 34, 35%, he'll be straight, right? Because the NBA league average is around 34, 35% from the three-point line, but his field goal percentage is not bad. It has to do with his efficiency, which is the three-point shot. So he needs to take more threes, and he's going to have to show that in the Summer League that he's very capable of shooting more threes, which I think he can because we've seen in some highlights where he'll be able to shoot the three ball. He has a nice touch around the basket. He's a very good low post scorer. He has a nice baby hook. He can space out the floor. He could protect the rim. He's a lob threat. And I do see a team willing to take a chance on him because he did work out for 4 teams. He worked out for the Utah Jazz, the Dallas Mavericks, the New York Knicks, and the Orlando Magic. And the NBA Summer League is for guys to prove themselves. They're good enough to make an NBA roster. They're undrafted players, and there's some guys who were drafted in the lottery. But if he was so good enough, which I'm not saying he's not Kai Sotto, but my point is that if he was so good enough, he would have been in the NBA already, right? There's a reason why he did go undrafted. If he was so good, he would have been a lottery pick. But I'm not saying that. Don't take it as personal. Don't take it as I'm saying that Kai Sotto is not a good basketball player. There's always room for him to get better, room for him to improve because he has intangibles, right? He has the potential. It's for a team to give him the right development under the right coaching staff because those coaches were horrible in the National Basketball League, right? Let's just be honest, right? He wasn't getting too much run. He wasn't getting too much playing time. And there's a reason why his rhythm just wasn't there. But over in the NBA, he's going to get a lot of those minutes. In the Summer League, he's going to get a lot of minutes. He's going to be able to show that he can make it to the NBA. It's about efficiency, right? Being super efficient, play the flow of the game, not force the issue because the NBA is very hard to make. It's not easy. You got to be able to make sure that you're not fouling. You got to be able to set screens, come off the pick and roll, be able to shoot the three ball, play some defense. Well, there are some guys in the NBA that don't play defense and they're still be able to shoot high efficiency from the three-point line, which I'm not saying Kai Sotto is going to be not a good defender because we see the upside, right? He's very raw. He's 20 years old. He has intangibles to be a very good defender in today's modern-day NBA, right? Because for his height is ridiculous. He's 7'2", 7'3", and he did get stronger. There's a lot of people have been saying about him not being a very good pick and roll defender, which I think they're wrong because he's been doing good against ball handlers in the pick and roll. He's very good at guarding other players on opposing teams. I do think he has the potential to be a 3D wing in the NBA, especially for his size. It doesn't matter what height you are to be a 3D wing. A 3D wing is a guy who could just play solid defense and knock down three-point shots. And Kai Sotto has that. So, Kai Sotto fans, NBA fans in general, you guys let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about Kai Sotto? Do you think that he has a chance to make it to the NBA? Do you think this is just all speculation? Or he could actually be replacing Bol Bol? Because there's no reason why the Orlando Magic did waive Bol Bol for no reason, right? He's talented. I just feel like Bol Bol really hasn't reached his full potential since he's been in the NBA. He did go drafted in the 2019 NBA draft. Like I said, played for 3 seasons for the Denver Nuggets. Didn't really get a lot of minutes over there, and that had to do because of Nikola Jokic taking a lot of his minutes, and they also acquired Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic. But my question is, how's Kai Sotto going to be able to fit with the Orlando Magic just because they're filled with so many power forwards and centers? You got Paulo Banchero, Mo Wagner, Franz Wagner. You also got Wendell Carter Jr. The list continues on, right? But there's a reason why they did free up a roster spot. They did waive Bol Bol, so I appreciate the support. Make sure you guys drop a like, drop a sub for more Kai Sotto content. I'm definitely going to be posting more Kai Sotto videos because the Summer League has already started. We're already seeing games in the California Classic, which has been interesting. And I cannot wait to watch Kai Sotto because that's when you get to see the real competition in the Summer League. Of course, the Summer League is not as good as the actual NBA. And Kai Sotto, I think he's going to make it to the NBA. I feel very confident. Kai Sotto fans, do you guys feel very confident? Because in the NBL, you're playing against professional former basketball players. In college, you're playing against guys who are around 18, 19, all the way to 23, 24 years old. And in college, the competition is not as good in the NBL or the Ignite G League, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's video, and I'm out of here. Peace.